Welcome to Spaghetti on the Wall. I'm your host, Armando Leduc. We're here to explore the realms of business, marketing, and life. Ready to make ideas stick and grow them into something great? Let's dive in.
Welcome to the Managing Partners Podcast, where law firm leaders learn to think bigger. I'm Kevin Daisy. Let's jump in.
What's up, everyone here at NTL? Still down here in Miami, and we have Thomas Ryan here for our 35th interview. So we're just meeting a lot of great people, having a lot of interviews down here, having a lot of fun. And Thomas has a really cool company, which is pretty impressive because he told me some of the numbers that they do. But introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about your company.
So I'm Tom Ryan. I'm the founder of Bigley Sales. Happy to be here at the National Trial Lawyers. Really exciting. What we're doing is high volume AI calls. So if you need to do a bunch of calls very quickly, we're the people to talk to. If you're doing hundreds of thousands or millions of calls a month, even if you need to do hundreds of thousands or millions of calls a day, we're the people to talk to. We're the only ones doing it. We're the only ones who can do it successfully right now. That's basically it.
Yeah, so Bigley Sales. So you're working with mass torts, ringing phones, calling mass volume.
For lawyers, anyone who's doing leads, anyone who's buying leads, has a high volume of leads coming in, right? If you're buying MBA leads or something like that, we sit on the back of that process.
Yeah, nice.
Lead comes in, we qualify that lead, make sure it's a good fit. Then we can live transfer it over to your team. We actually do that for the lead companies as well right now.
Okay.
So that's a big one. Anything that has high volume outreach, doesn't really matter what you need to do. But if you need to get a hold of a lot of people quickly, let's say you're doing a mass tort case and you need to update 50,000 people that the deadline is going to be Friday.
Got it.
One button click, get in touch with all those people and set up a whole sequence. We could call them, hey, you're gonna lose your money, right? You're not gonna be in the case anymore. We can call them 3 times a day.
Wow.
We can add SMS to that as well. If they call back, we can handle the inbound calls as well as the outbound.
That's awesome.
And then we can do all sorts of complex things on top of that as well.
So qualifying, you said something to me about even sending out contracts and things like that.
Our number one use case is qualification, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's number one. People are asking 4 or 5 questions. They qualify. We started with that because that's what the AI was good at a year ago.
Yeah.
Right now, we can do a lot. So we send out a lot of payment links. We can send out contracts. We can have it triggered. So if the person qualifies, they go to the next step. We send a contract out. We send a payment link out.
Yeah.
We send out whatever they need. And then the version that we're working on now, we'll be able to do multi-step processes. So send the contract. If it hasn't been signed, follow up, get that retainer in, just be able to do as many different steps as you need all in one flow.
Yeah. So, we know things have gotten a lot much faster pace. You got to be on the spot, quick returns, follow-ups, things like that.
Yeah. I hear people talking here. They're worried about losing business with AI. I think it's the wrong way to look at it. Like personally, I think where you're going to lose business is not answering the phone.
Yeah.
Right. A lead comes in. You think you're the only firm that they called. You think you're the only people they reached out to. Maybe 10, 20, 30% of the time, you're the only one. But most people are going to reach out to multiple different places. And if you don't pick up the phone, they're going on to the next one.
Yeah.
With leads, there's something like an 80 to 90% drop-off rate in conversion if you don't go back to someone within the first hour.
Yeah.
So you got to think, how many of you are actually getting back to people in that hour time frame? If you're not, you're leaving a ton of money on the table that's going to your competitors. So we make sure anytime a lead comes in, we're calling that lead within 10 seconds, right? If it's a form, someone went to the website, you're buying a lead somewhere, whatever it is, they're getting a call within 10 seconds. And then they're going into a sequence to follow up that person if they don't pick up the phone.
I was having this talk earlier with one of my competitors, actually, because we do marketing and brand and things like that. And at the moment of their need, they don't care about the law firm. They don't care about the brand of the law firm. They have a need that they want to solve. It's all about them at that moment.
100%.
And so a lot of times it's the first person that has the opportunity to get in front of them.
Yeah, usually they're going to win.
Yeah.
Right. And that's across industries, across everything. You know, if I have a plumbing issue at my house and the first plumber doesn't pick up, it's like, well, Roto-Rooter has a better brand. You know, no one cares. They care. That
Are you going to show up right now?
Yeah,
and fix this.
They care that I have an immediate problem. You know, if someone gets arrested, they don't, you know, they call the first one doesn't answer. They're calling the second one.
Yeah. Now, if you're doing a kitchen remodel, you're going to take your time. You're going to read reviews.
The first one that you get on the phone.
You might, but you might do a little more due diligence. You want to look at their work, right? It's just different. But I think, we got to be so fast. And everyone wants instant gratification these days. You go to Uber. Imagine if Uber was like, this guy's not answering. Will you want to wait for him or someone else?
You expect it. You expect it. And it also says a lot about the rest of the firm, right? If they're not responsive on their intake, are they going to be responsive to me as a client? Right? I want to get in touch with a lawyer. They're going to pick up the phone and actually talk to me.
That's a good point.
So it's probably a small firm then. You got to think they're small. They don't have a lot of capability. I mean, it's going to say a lot negatively if you're not able to handle those leads quickly and efficiently. So
it's just like if a lawyer had a completely messy office with shit stacked everywhere, can barely get in, you were going to think, is he going to handle my case that way?
He's going to be super organized, right?
Yeah. Exactly. So that's a good point. What about like APIs and things like that? Do you guys tap into stuff?
We play nice with others, right? We have an open API. We have webhooks. We send information back and forth all the time. So with every call that we do, if someone's using CRM, we'll give them a transcript of that call. We'll give them a recording of that call. We'll give them a disposition on the call. Nice. And then we have aggregate stats on everything. How many, calls did we get in total? How many converted? Nice. We can set those conversion metrics to be whatever we want. How many people said they weren't interested or they, didn't actually qualify for whatever reason. We can give them the reasons on that. And one of the things that's coming out really soon is we'll actually be able to do that in aggregate. So if you have 50 calls, it's probably not that hard to figure out.
Yeah.
If you have 50,000 calls, right, you want those things in aggregate. And then what are the most commonly asked questions? What are the objections that you're getting, right? So you can start actually gearing things to handle those in a more effective way.
Oh, that's awesome. Data, right? Data. I mean, that's super important. And how to make adjustments, on.
Yeah, for us to make adjustments on the, we can go in and tweak that prompt in 5 minutes.
So the law firm actually has some ability and say on, hey, can we tweak this, change this?
Oh, we'll give them full access. Yeah. They can change it however they want.
That's awesome. Okay, cool. It sounds like an awesome system.
Yeah.
And you're losing a lot of money if you're not getting back to these people. Yeah. Most of the firms that I meet here on the podcast, they got their shit together a little bit. But there's so many firms that
speed to lead.
They don't even focus on this at all. It's terrible.
Speed to lead.
Yeah.
I mean, if you fix your intake, it'll take care of so many other problems.
100%. People always ask, hey, what's the marketing trick or secret? And I go back to, well, how's your business ran? And what's the processes look like? All the way down to answering the phone, empathy, intake, sales. Like if you don't have those things in order, don't ask me for leads because you're just going to screw it up anyway. So I can help the firm.
100%. That's most of the time when we have smaller guys come to us, we say, what's your system right now? How are you handling things? If they don't have any system, they're like, hey, we want to call these 100,000 leads. Like,
I got a pager when I'm in court.
I can send you 1,000 calls a day, but you're not going to be able to handle them.
Yeah.
So you need the systems in place to be able to handle all that stuff.
100%. Well, I appreciate you coming on and share. Real quick for NTL, anything exciting? We got the Golden Gavels tonight. Anything else that you guys are doing here?
Yeah, I'm going to go to the Golden Gavels. I know there's some parties. I'm going to go to the parties. So I'm just excited.
I saw you last night.
I did see you last night. And, remember, we're the high volume guys. If you need to do millions of calls, come to Bigley.
Love it, man. Thank you so much. And we'll see you on the next episode.
All right. Thank you.